So Dee, this is absolutely great. I appreciate you reaching out to me to have this conversation. So we're going to talk about your activity on LinkedIn and what you could be doing to get you more exposure, get you to be discovered more, and create opportunities for you to get into conversations with the right people. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
Good stuff. So first of all, hit the X on this. Find a great hire fast. You know, you're fairly new on LinkedIn. I get that, but just ignore a lot of their prompting. Just hit this dismiss and ignore a lot of that prompting. Oh, look, there's Teddy Burriss on your screen. Go figure. He showed up.
Right, top, front, and center.
Yeah, probably because he's the noisiest person that you have connected to so far.
You are right up there with a couple of other ones. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's important. You want to be noisy, but you want to be noisy with two very deliberate philosophies. Are you ready for philosophy number 1, D?
Sure.
Never share more than one piece of content a day. Once a day, you can share a piece of content, whether it's a link you found, an article, another LinkedIn piece of content, your own piece of content. I created that piece of content right there. Never share more than one piece of content a day on your personal profile, as well as if you have a company page, one piece of content on your company page per day, never more.
And that does not include comments and likes and stuff. That's actual reposting.
They're going to talk about that in a second. I'm talking about sharing content.
Gotcha.
Where you write a post, you share a photo, a video, you write an article, et cetera, et cetera. Never more than once a day. But let's go to the real magic, D. So click on where it says me up top, but to the right of notifications. Click on that. And then down below, click on post and activity. Now, there's 4 tabs here. I wish there were 5, but there's 4 tabs here. Let's talk about these tabs. You ready?
Okay.
Let's start with documents. Go ahead and click on documents. Oh my gosh, Dee, this is absolutely freaking horrible. It's naked.
Oh no, help me, Teddy.
It's naked. There's nothing to see here. I recommend that you create at least one document.
What are the documents on LinkedIn? I don't understand.
Well, it could be a PowerPoint, it could be a PDF, it could be a Word document, it could be an Excel document. There's all kinds of different documents. Here's an example. I'll give you an example. Do you have a top 10 list of how to create a grant that gets you what you're looking for? Do you have a top 10 list of recommendations for a beautiful grant?
No.
I bet you do.
It's not written down anywhere, and I don't.
Not yet, but I bet you could create a really simple PDF or a PowerPoint slide that says, here are 10 tips. Now, you don't give it all away, Dee. You give away just the statement. For me, a top 10 list might start with, hang on 1 second, Dee. 1 sec. I'll cut this out because my head's about ready to blow up. Okay. Come on, blow up so I can get past it. I got to sneeze. So
I thought it was going to blow up because my documents were naked.
All right, let's move on. So for me, teaching LinkedIn as a business tool, my top 10 list might include, number 1, create a LinkedIn profile that's highly relevant to your target audience. Number 2, build a network that's highly relevant to your target audience. Continue. I'm not going to tell you how to do it, but I'm going to tell you need to do it. Now, in your document, you might say, I love to help people do this. Let's talk. So that could be an example of a document. You good?
Yep.
Now click on articles, because I also know that this is going to be naked as well, Dee. Oh my God, this is heartbreaking. Create one article. And at least one article. And you don't need to do this every month. You can do one a month. You can one every other month. But this first article, Dee, could be a conversation about the best way to share the grant that you created with grantees, grantors. Who's the person with the money?
The funders, grant makers.
Yeah. So it could be a powerful way or a story about how to present your grant to the funders. Could be lots of stuff, but it's an article. It's a story that Dee's going to write about something that's important. Listen to these words, Dee. Important to your target audience. Now, by the way, let me show you how to do a document in an article. Click on the home button.
I was going to ask you. I'm glad you said that.
Look here. I'll write an article. That's how you do an article. And you know, it's that easy. Give it a title, give it a nice looking image, and then start writing. And it doesn't need to be beautiful, Dee. It just needs to be a good story. And over time, you'll create beautiful. You with me?
Yeah.
Hit your home button again. You want to know how to upload a document? Click on Start a Post. Look down at the bottom, the third icon from the left. Add a document. So you create your PDF, you create your slide deck, you create whatever document you want, and you start a post. And when you add that document, Dee, you tell me why you're adding it. Click on Start a Post again. I'll show you something just real quick. Not only can you click on that icon and go get the Word document, PowerPoint, PDF, et cetera, but where it says, what do you want to talk about? You tell me why you were giving me that document. Tell me the benefit. Tell me how it can help me. Tell me why it's important. Never give me anything without telling me why you're giving it to me. Got it?
Got it.
Now hit the X and let's go back and look at a little bit more about your activity. Yeah, shoot, that's me. I'm there and go to see activity. Post yet. Oh. Now we've already discovered your documents and your articles are empty, but click on Post. Again, no more than once a day, maybe only a couple times a week. Share a piece of content. And it doesn't need to be all about your clients, but it should be all about what you do and how you create value for your clients. Let me repeat that. What you want to share should be all about what's important to your client. Can be relevant to what you do for them, but it does not need and probably shouldn't be all about Dee. 1 time out of 10, it can be about Dee. 9 times out of 10, not about Dee, but I'm going to repeat, highly relevant, useful, interesting, intriguing, engaging for the people who are important to you in your business journey. Are you with me?
Gotcha.
Could be about grants, could be about grant management, could be about grant development. You know, could be a story about how a grant worked. Could be a story about how someone did a grant a little bit different than anybody else. How did someone get funding on a new way, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Now, by the way, there's nothing wrong with every now and then sharing your client stories. There's nothing wrong with every now and then sharing other content because people want to know who Dee is as a human. But don't miss out on the fact this is a business tool and you want to give your target audience content that can help them. No more than once a day, 9 times out of 10, not about Dee, but always highly relevant. You good?
I'm good. So no more than once a day, but maybe 2-3 times a week.
Whatever you can sustain is the word I say.
Okay.
Don't overdo it. It's not, this is not the most important thing. You ready for me to tell you the most important thing?
Sure.
What does it say above my head?
Start a conversation.
Start a conversation. Look at all activity. Click on that, please. This is where you're getting into conversations. The love button or the like button, that's not a conversation. I get it. It's okay to do that. But it's that is not a way to start a conversation or get into a conversation. Scroll to the bottom of that post. Okay, look, 352 people dropped some love on that. 26 people commented. You're hidden in that 353 people. I don't know your opinions. I don't know your philosophies. I don't know your ideas. I don't know anything about you other than the fact that you dropped some love on that picture. Okay. Likes, keep same thing, a waste of time, especially go back up top, go back up that post. How is that post highly relevant to your target audience?
It just, yeah, as far as I can tell, it would only show that I'm in support of diversity.
I get that, but you know what? You did not tell me that.
No.
Okay. So walk as far away from the like button as you can. I get it. I use the like button as well, but it's not going to create business for you. You scroll past this one. There's another like. Keep scrolling past, go past the next one.
I'm writing this down. Hang on. I can't write and scroll at the same time.
Okay. There's another like button. You keep going. There's another like. Whoa. Go back up. I want you to drop as much love as you want on my post, ladies.
Of course.
But it doesn't grow your brand. Okay. So the way you grow your brand is you walk away from the like button as far as you can, and you do this. Stop right there. If that post is relevant to you, relevant to your target audience, if it has some meaningful value that can help others, and by the way, typically those kinds of posts I wouldn't be banging on or I wouldn't be engaging on. I'm going to look for posts that are highly relevant to my target audience, maybe from my target audience, maybe from my clients, maybe from my prospects.
And this one is a prospect.
Good.
People that I know that have a company that does give out grants for technology.
Yeah.
I've hooked up with them, knowing I knew the people before and didn't realize that they gave out grants until I started my work. So
scroll to the bottom of that post. Scroll to the bottom right there. If you want to create a relationship, develop a relationship, nurture the relationship, grow the relationship, then don't walk by me and slap me on my back. Stop and comment.
Gotcha.
And when you comment, Dee, do not rush by me with, oh, it's good, Teddy. Thanks a lot. Bye. Get into the conversation. Click on the comment button and see what people are saying.
I like the analogy about, like, if we were in person, it's either walking by and just patting you on the shoulder or actually stopping and talking to you. That helps me to relate to this in a different way.
Yeah, this is how you develop a brand. How you develop trust, respect, and like is by being willing to get into a conversation. And you want to see what the conversation is. Maybe someone has already said something that's relevant to what you're thinking. And so then instead of comment, you can reply. Look for a way to reply or comment. And don't again, make it a minimum of 8 words. Go ahead and click on comments right there.
Right here?
Any one of those. So you look at what other people are saying. Maybe you can participate in what Jeffrey's saying. Maybe you can participate in what somebody else is saying. Jillian said, et cetera, et cetera. Or you have your own thought and you type up top there and you start a comment. Look for a way to reply.
I commented on this.
Maybe you did. I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't see it either.
Yeah,
it's there. I remember this post because
yeah, scroll back to the top. Scroll back to the top. Scroll back all the way up top.
Oh, to the way top.
Oh, no. On top of the post. Yeah, you just dropped some love on it. I see it right there. You loved it. Yeah. But this is where you create the greatest value. So, Dee, my recommendation as we wrap this conversation up is this. Share content now and then. Make sure it's highly relevant to your target audience. Wherever you get the content, whether you create it or you find it somewhere on LinkedIn or some other website. But more importantly, 4 times for every post. This is just my general philosophy, no measured analytical philosophy. My general philosophy, 4 times for every time you post a piece of content, find a way to comment or reply on a piece of content that is highly relevant to your target audience and what you do. And Dee, don't scroll through the news feed. Let me give you one last tip. Up top where it says search, in the search bar, type the word grant development, the phrase grant development.
Okay. I was scrolling down because I know I've commented on stuff, but apparently it does not.
That's okay.
Um,
You may
doesn't like
have.
show that I've done that.
Just hit enter. And then click on the word post up top. Now, maybe the phrase you want to look for is not grant development. Maybe it's another phrase. But you go looking for content that is highly relevant to you, highly relevant to your target audience. If you find really good, stop right there. If you find really good, stop right there. Really good content, maybe you'll follow David Malpass. Maybe you'll click on the 3 dots and you'll save this. Whatever you want to do, there's a whole lot more processes here you could do. But at the very least, find content that's relevant to your target audience and engage on it. And it'll show up in your network's newsfeed.
Okay. When I save something, where does it go?
Click on the 3 dots, hit save, hit home, left-hand side where it says my items. Down one more line.
Oh, gotcha.
And those are the items that you saved. So you can come back to them later, read them, and engage on them.
Okay.
So Dee, wrap this up. I want to wrap this up.
All right.
You want to engage. And you want to engage maybe once or twice a day. You can't do everything, but if you can't do everything, what you need to do is the most important and most relevant thing to your target audience. And that is getting into conversations with your target audience and with people who are relevant to you. Does that make sense?
Yes. It's
cool.
Quality versus quantity.
Cool. Dee, thank you very much for letting me share that with you.
Eddie, I so appreciate you and taking your time out for me this morning. I really do. I really do. I've learned so much in these few minutes. So this is very helpful.
Cool.
Onward and upward.
Talk to you later.